Like the biggest legacy you're gonna leave behind on your organization and on the people you care most about will almost always be as a result of the unplanned consequences of your everyday actions. And I was reminded that this morning I got to share a talk that I did it for a TEDx talk. It ended up going viral. And the great thing I love about that silly little lollipop moment story is that people started sending me their version, their lollipop moments. And one guy sent me one that I liked better than mine, so I phoned him and I said, tell me the story because I want to tell it to other people with your permission. And he said, I grew up on this farm in Illinois, and I went to this tiny little liberal arts college. And so I never lived in a city until I was 24 years old. And guess what? I never saw a homeless person till I was 24 years old and on my way to work on my first day in Chicago. And so I'm driving to work, I see a homeless man, never seen one before, and he's not just sitting on the side of the road. When you get to a stoplight, he comes out into the traffic and starts walking, making eye contact with a coffee cup. And he says, if you've dealt with this your whole life, it's not a problem. But if you've never been in this situation, you don't know the social etiquette. He goes, so I thought I had to have money or he'd get upset. So I tear open the middle console, I'm looking under the front seat, I'm dipping into the back seat, I'm tearing my car apart, I sit up, I can't find any money, and there's the homeless man 6 feet away with this really amused look on his face. And he goes, hey, new guy, simmer down. He goes, if you don't have money, you tell me and I move on. He goes, but you're new here, I can tell. Don't let this city beat you down. If it hasn't beaten me, and it never will, don't let it beat you, all right? And the guy says, I look at him and go, thank you, sir. And he goes, sir, okay. He goes, I drive into work the next day. I brought coffee change with me because I don't want to go through this again. And I see the guy, and he recognizes me, and he goes, new guy, has the city beat you down yet? And I said, no, sir. And he goes, good. I asked him, how about you? And he goes, I told you, never. Takes my money, wishes me a good day, and walks off. He goes, this became what we did every day. I found out his name was Larry, and every day it was the same exchange. Hey, new guy, city beat you down yet? And I say, no, Larry, you. He goes, I told you, never. And he'd take my money. This went on for about a year. A year into our relationship, I drive up, it's a spring day, I got the window down, I got my money already waiting out the window, and Larry comes up and he goes, new guy, hundreds of people drive by me every day and won't make eye contact. You have given me money every day since I met you, man. You know what? You've done your share. You keep your money today. We'll pick it up tomorrow. And the guy goes, I don't know why. I reach in my wallet, I pull out everything I got. It's like $60. And I hand it to him and I go, or today I do their share. Because the weird thing is, he doesn't take the money right away. There's this long, awkward pause. And then just before the light changes, he takes the money, he nods, doesn't say anything, and walks off. He goes, for 2 more years, every single day, new guy, city beat you down yet? Nah, Larry, you, I told you, never. And he goes, on 3 years after I meet him, I pull up to the intersection. I'm not going to work. I'm on my 3rd date with this woman. And I know I really, really like this woman because all I'm thinking of is, don't screw this up, don't screw this up, don't screw this up. And he goes, Larry goes over to the passenger side. And I'm like, look, I love Larry, but I have no idea what my date's going to think of my homeless buddy. And he goes, Larry leans in, he looks at the woman and goes, hey, I'm Larry. He goes, this guy here, I don't know if he's the only man who knows my name, but he is the only person who has asked for my name in the last 4.5 years. I want to tell you something, though. Since I first met him on this intersection 3 years ago, scared out of his mind, he's given me $1,518.36. One day he gave me $60. Made me feel like I had a friend and I wasn't a charity case. You should know, you're in the car with a very special man. Don't screw it up. And this guy, he writes me an email and he goes, my wife told me the night that I asked her to marry me that she knew that was the moment she was going to say yes. Okay, your day is wrecked when someone tells you that story, all right? And I've talked about questions today and the power of questions to drive behavior and to identify your values and use questions to live them. But if you just want to start, you want the training wheel version, all right, the starter kit, here's 2 questions for you to start asking today. What is my dollar and who is my Larry? What is my dollar? It's a kindness, it's a kind word, it's a recognition of leadership. And who is your Larry? It's somebody out there. But if every day we go through our lives asking, what is my dollar to give and who is my Larry to give it to? And we start looking for those opportunities, I think we can change everything. And I think we're going to leap into something incredibly, incredibly better than what we got right now.